Look at that little thing go. Hey guys, welcome back to Arts and Crafts. Today, as you can see, we're doing something extra fun. We are making these Teletubby bucket hats. I love that when I talk, it shakes. I have a part 1 up already on my channel where I make the bucket hat part. I will link that down below. You are ready to make the Teletubby accessories. We're gonna jump right into it. Let's go. So now we are going to start on the ears. You're going to take the inner color. For me, I'm going to do white. And we are going to create a magic ring. Also, for the ears, leave a good amount of string at the end for sewing and tying on. So I'm just going to pull some of that. Thumb on the end. Bring this around and over to create an X. And then on the back, it's just to open like that. Under the first string, grab the second one. Pull it through, and as I pull it through, I'm going to twist to create this loop. You want to give it some decent slack because now we're going to take the hook with this second string again and grab it and pull it through that loop. Then I just like to hold that loop, pull my fingers out, and just like that, we have created the loop. To start these ears off, I'm going to be doing 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So we're just going to go through, pull, and pull through both. Under, pull, and yarn both. 5, 6. Now we just pull that string closed. So once we've pulled that tight, this is what we should be looking like. So we will just be working in continuous rounds. We won't be doing slip stitches and chains. We're just going to continue to work it round. So you're going to want to keep track of the number of loops that you are on. That will help. Into that first chain that we started, we're going to be working increases all the way around. So that is 2 single crochets into every chain for a total of 12. So into that first chain, we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and just do that all the way around, total of 12, 11, 12. That's our second row. Now we are going to be increasing every second chain for a total of 16. So in the first one, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, all the way around for a total of 18. So there's our 1, 2, 3. Here's our last chain, 17 and 18. Now we are going to be working up to a total of 24 chains. Working into the third row, we're going to start with 1 single crochet into the first one for 1, 2 single crochets into the next chain, 2, 3, 1 single crochet, 4, 1 single crochet, 5, and 2 single crochets into that next one, 6, 7, and we're going to repeat that little pattern for 1 single crochet in here for 8, 1 single crochet in the next chain for 9, and then 2 in the next one for 10 and 11, 1 in the next chain for 12, 1 in the next chain for 13, 2 in the next chain for 14 and 15, 1 in the next chain for 16, 1 in the next chain for 17, 2 in the next chain for 18 and 19, 1 in the next chain for 20, 1 in the next chain for 21, 2 in the next chain for 22 and 23, And then to end this row, we are going to do 1 single crochet into 24. Woo! We are on to our last row, guys. This is it. To start off, we are going to keep 24 rows. So we're going to do 8 chains of single crochet. 1, 2, 7, 8. Now we are going to do 6 double crochets in the next 6 chains. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over 2, yarn over 5 more. 5, 6, 1 half double crochet into the next chain. So that's a yarn over, pull through, and now you're just going to pull through all 3 like so. Now we are going to end with 8 single crochets into the next 8 chains. 1, 2, 7, 8. It's kind of shaped like so. Leave a good amount of string, cut it off, pull this out, and just tie that off. I like to make sure that the string is in the back so we can sew that on. You're going to need to make 2 of these, and then we are going to put those aside and work on the outer part. We are also going to be needing to leave a long piece of string, so I'm going to leave about that much on the end, and we're just going to be creating a normal slip knot. Pull through. And we're going to start with a chain of 18. 1, 2, 17, 18. And now we are going to slip stitch back in that first chain over on this side that we created. So we're just going to go through and pull it through and pull it through. So now we have like an open loopy thing going on. For the next row, we are going to chain 1, and we are going to increase on the 3rd of every stitch for a total of 24. So 1 single crochet for 1, second one for 2, and then 2 in that 3rd for 3 and 4, and then we are just repeating that little pattern all the way around. 1 for 22, and 2 for 23 and 24. Slip stitch back into that first chain that we started, chain 1. Now to start this off, we're going to do 8 chains of single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 half double crochet, yarn over, through, yarn over, pull all 3. Now 6 double crochets, yarn over, through, yarn over, 2, yarn over, 2. 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total of 6 double crochets. Now we're going to do 1 more half double crochet over, through, over all 3. And then we're going to end it with our 8 single crochets. 1, 7, 8. And this is how we're looking. And now we are going to be putting these together. For this last one, we're not gonna do that slip stitch. You're gonna leave it open like this so it matches with this guy. Basically where that loop is, I make sure that where I ended off the last one is. Make sure the string in the back, I kind of pull it through so it doesn't get in our way. I like to just take this first one and kind of right before where that knot is, I like to go in there and yarn over that yellow one too. So now they're connected. Now we're just going to be working single crochets into both of the chains of the front white and the back yellow together. It's a little bit hard, so you go through and pull all the way around. You just want to make sure that your chains are lining up so it's going to sit nicely. And then once we have completed it, I just like to slip stitch back in that first chain. This is what we're looking like. I like to just leave that string long as always. Pull this out, tie it off. And there we have one ear. Obviously, you're gonna wanna go away and create two. For now, we're gonna leave these on the side and we're gonna move on to the last piece that we have to make, which is the little antenna top piece. Taking the same color that you did with the bucket hat, I'll show you in the other color I'm working on. This is obviously for Poe. We're basically creating a tube. To do that, you're just gonna create a slip knot. Chain your desired size for your tube. I did some trial and error and this is 4 chains, which I think is perfect. I don't want it too chunky, so I'm gonna do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to do a slip stitch back into that first, yarn over all 3, chain 1, and we're simply just going to be working this up. We're going to do 4 chains all the way around. 1, 2, 4. Slip stitch back into that first chain. Chain 1, and we're literally just going to repeat that until it's our desired length. So just 4 single crochets all the way around, slip stitch, chain 1, continue. Okay, now that I have my tube at my desired length, we're going to start assembling everything. So we're going to need the tube and our bucket hat. We're also going to need pipe cleaners. I was looking for pipe cleaners in the colors that I need, but they were all in different packs and I really did not need 300 pipe cleaners for this. So I went with white and that should work fantastic. I think I'm gonna take 5 and I'm gonna twist them together like so. Top bit, I'm gonna bend it in, find the end and push it up. Okay, that definitely took some work, but we did it. It's in there. Let's test out if I'm gonna be able to make it the shape. Bend. It's absolutely perfect. Now we're going to work on attaching the hat. For placement, it's very easy. We're obviously gonna go right where that circle is. So I'm just gonna go down, pull it through, find where I want that placement. And now I'm basically just going to be working this in and out until it's super secure. So I'm just gonna come up through both and just do that all the way around. The more you do this, the more secure your antenna is gonna be. And then to tie it off, you're gonna want to go back down. Do a little flipperoonie. I just go in a loop close by and then back through here. When it comes to the inside strings, I just like to cut them short. Honestly, for this top string, I don't want to weave that in. You can weave that in if you would like. I'm just going to tie it off once more, make the knot as close to everything else going on there. I'm gonna cut it at a decent length so I can just tuck that end piece in. And then I just take my little hook, just a little tuck. And for this end piece, honestly, I just do the same where I just cut it really close because I don't care. Now that that is on and amazing, we are going to move on to our ears. I've gone ahead and attached my needle onto my longest thread. So I'm gonna fold it in half. So for me, that is the second row from where the side of the hat starts, so I can get it right on the same side. And we're going to do the exact same thing we have been doing, and just in and out. I'm also gonna be going through this side to this side to kind of try and create that pinch. So now we're gonna come out this side. I feel that's pretty good. Look how cute. So I'm gonna flip it inside out. As always, I just like to take my hook, grab that to create a little loop, pull that through. Then I just like to do one more knot right around it and cut it close. All these extra strings, so I think there's one more up here, grab it under here. And now for these last little pieces, honestly, like these two, I would just tie together. I always like to do a double knot. Do the same as just cut it nice and close. I'm gonna go ahead off camera and finish the other side, and then I will come back with you when it's done. So I'm also finishing off Poe and Dipsy. I thought I'd show you guys the only difference. So obviously you can do everything up to this point the same, just in the right color. This is what I have for Poe's tube, and I'm gonna do it slightly different. I'm first going to take 3 pipe cleaners, I think. Same as before, twist so it's nice and tight. Bending just that tip so it's not sharp. And just as before, shove that in. And once the pipe cleaner is shoved in there, I'm actually going to be going like this to make our shape. So now I'm actually going to sew both of these pieces together. So this bottom just stays like that. And then with the leftover string, you're gonna wanna work it back down to the bottom here so you can attach it to the hat, just like that. There's Poe's top. And I feel like Dipsy is super easy, but we're here. I got my little tube. I've taken 2 pipe cleaners and wrapped them around and shove her up. And as the same as Lala's, we would just cut that off and use this to tie onto the hat. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the other pieces together, and I will show you all 3 hats finished. Okay, we have our 3 hats. So this is what the one that we made together looks like. She's so cute. Let's try her on. First, here's Lala. She came out so perfectly. I'm obsessed. And then here's it in green. Here's Dipsy. Try her on. Incredible. And last but not least, my favorite, Mr. Poe. Look at him. They came out so perfectly. Thank you guys so much for coming along this new tutorial journey for me. That was really fun. Please comment down below if there's any other things you would like to see me make, and stay tuned because there will definitely be more weird, crazy makes coming soon. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and getting this far. And until next time, peace.